All right, we're ready to begin. All right, I want to welcome everybody to the workshop today. I'm real excited and hope you are as well. My name is Todd Mitchell, and I'm the founder and CEO of Trading Concepts. And I want to personally thank each and every one of you for joining me today. I truly do appreciate it. Now, the name of today's workshop is How to Earn 58% More per Trade on average and risk 91% less doing it compared to ordinary traders and investors. Now, I'm real excited because I'm going to show you a few things that I don't think you'll find anywhere else, okay? First, I'm going to show you how to risk as little as $200 to $300 per trade and never ever own a stock or an ETF. And I'm going to show you how to do it with convenience, speed, and freedom. I'm going to show you in this workshop today how to defy all the regular, ordinary common boundaries and restrictions that trading and investing typically offers, okay? And I'm going to show you how to potentially make 6,438% in the next 12 months like our model portfolio did in the last 12 months, okay? With a lot less risk doing it, okay? Now, we've got a lot of people on tonight. We've just crossed the 1,000 mark, so lots of people from all over the world. All right, I see Greg in Philadelphia, Bill in Milwaukee, all right, Lisa in Arizona, Christian in Sydney, Australia, Annabelle in South Africa. How are you? Good to see you here. And to everybody else, tons of people here. So again, wherever you may be, I want to wish you good morning, good evening, and good night. Okay, so now before we get going, let me just warn you, okay? This may be one of the longest workshops you've attended up to this point. Now, I know there's some workshops out there over 2 hours. I believe we should go maybe about an hour and a half, maybe 10 minutes over. I'm not sure. I'll go as quick as possible, but be assured, I want to give you as much great information that you can start using tomorrow as humanly possible, okay? Now, why is this a long workshop, you might ask? Well, first, it includes a substantial amount of teaching. Now, typically, that's viewed as a no-no in the sales world, but I'm a teacher, okay? I'm not a salesman. And the tips and the strategies you're going to learn today have until recently only been shared with an exclusive group of my most elite students. Now, that sounds pretty exciting, doesn't it? All right. Yeah, lots of people raising their hands here. Yes, it does. Right, I agree. But again, that's not all. That elite group of students turned into professional traders and have since become known collectively as the disruptive underground. Now, I handpicked them from over 40,000 of my students that I have had the pleasure of teaching since I began Trading Concepts back in 1994. Now, that renegade group has gone on to utilize the strategies I will reveal to you in the next few minutes to put the investing and trading world on its back while earning huge profits and leaving the pros to wonder, how do we do it? Now, let me ask all of you, does that sound exciting to you? Yep, I see lots of people here. Yes, it is. I agree, Susan. Yep. Now, it goes without saying, watching this training in and of itself could be very profitable for you. But of course, you shouldn't feel like this information is out of your depth. In fact, now that the methods are perfected, our time-tested track record has been proven to earn a whopping 58% per trade on average, including losses. So I can safely say we have dialed in the finer points of what makes these powerful trading strategies so profitable. And later, you'll discover a way to piggyback my trade. So even if you do learn the ins and outs and don't want to spend the time making it work, you can simply copy and paste my instructions from my frequent trade alerts in just 10 minutes or less of your time. Now, let me ask all of you, you think that's going to be helpful to you? All right, look at, man, I got about at least 600 people just raised their hand. Okay, good, great, okay. Now, let me discuss the second reason why this workshop will not only be one of the longest workshops you've attended, but why it's most likely going to be one of the most important, if not the most important. All right, ready? It's because it's about one of the most important subjects of all of our lives. How will you live for the rest of your life? Now, later in the training, I'm going to cover the topic of power, autonomy, and the master-slave relationship. The truth is, at any given moment, either you are in control or you're being controlled. And you may soon realize you don't have all the control you think you do. But that's okay. Because this workshop is about money, it's about earning it different, faster, more simply, and in larger stacks of cash than you're used to. So get used to it, okay? With alerts going out just about on a weekly basis with profits like these, you're going to want to stick around, because in just a few minutes you will learn how to attract money to you, not pursue it. The fact is, you will learn how to accumulate large sums of money quicker and more reliably than you have before. Joining an elite society that lives with the security, independence, and freedom that you and your family deserve. Let me ask all of you, does that sound good to you? All right, Josephine out there, John, Patrick, Ron, yes. Lots of people saying that sounds good. Good. But when you learn how to accumulate wealth through trading, it is just as important to learn what you should not trade. A skill that many times is counterintuitive to some of the mainstream media fake news out there. Third, I'm going to ask you to make an important and honestly a non-inexpensive decision at the end of the workshop. So you're going to need a great deal of information. But first, I need to know who else wants to earn 6,438% more per year by defying all the regular, ordinary, common boundaries and restrictions on trading and investing with speed, convenience, and freedom. Risk as little as $300 and never ever own a single stock or ETF. Now, if you are truly highly motivated to enjoy maximum success, freedom, and prosperity, you will find this workshop captivating, exciting, and pleasurable. And I believe you won't mind the length at all. Now, let me ask you, are you all with me? Are you excited for this? Let me see you raise of hands. Look at this. About 718 people. 718 people just raise their hands. Okay, good. You're excited. All right, but before we go into detail about the strategies applied in extreme option profits, here's a fresh example of a real trade alert that went out from my desk just a little while ago. 74% in just 27 days isn't too shabby. But the reality is we don't win all of our trades. As I speak to you now, our current portfolio's track record is sitting comfortably at a 91% win rate. I'm only showing you this because some people think it's not possible. Fortunately for you and I, we don't have to listen to them. Let me show you what I mean. Now, this is a real story of one of my students who turned pro. Keith had been an airline pilot, but when he was forced to retire early, he turned to trading stocks. He read every course he could get his hands on, and even traded for years. Unfortunately, his poor trading habits lost him more money than he earned. That compounded with poor money management, and Keith was quickly on his way to financial ruin. He knew he had to do something about his situation. One day while fly fishing with a friend, Keith shared the story of his trading woes. That friend sent him to a professional workshop on options trading he had recently bought. You won't believe what happened next. In the 4 weeks that I've been with you, I bought, sold, and banked slightly over $10,000 profit. This is revolutionary. Now again, that's Keith from Delaware. Now, what would your wife think if you brought home an extra $10,000 this month? Or your husband? Okay? Let me ask you guys, okay? So for you guys in the audience, would your wife or girlfriend or significant other like to see $10,000 extra a month? Or for you women out there, for you mothers, what would your husband think or your significant other? Raise your hand. Oh, look at that. So, about 900 of you. Okay, lots of you, right? Who doesn't want an extra $10,000 a month, all right? So that sounds good, right? Okay. As you well know by now, when it comes to options trading, there are all sorts of ideas, strategies, and newfangled terminology to learn. I know how overwhelming that can be for new traders. It's almost like learning a new language, okay? I've been there, so I know what it's like. Now that works better for some more than others. That may be why up until now, you never bothered learning options trading before, or even why you haven't experienced real sustained success with trading options. But even if you had, here's the truth. You You don't need to be a trading savant to earn huge sums of money on a consistent basis. As a matter of fact, here's what you do need. 1. You need an ability to follow simple instructions. 2. You need a trading or retirement account. You can start with less than $5,000 actually. I'm just going to say $5,000, but you can start with less than that. A lot less, in fact. And number 3, about 10 minutes of your time a week. Now let me ask you, can you guys and gals out there do that? All right, okay. Susan, okay, good. Pete, Tom, Kurt, Brad, Mark, okay, yeah, look at it. Of course you can. Now, if you meet those qualifications, you're capable of using extreme option profits to earn 58% on average every time you put on a trade, and many times triple digits. In fact, if you had joined us just 1 year ago, you could have potentially turned $500 into $32,190 without the power of compounding. Now, I'm sure if you had $500 laying around at the time to invest and you knew what the traders inside Extreme Option Profits would accomplish with my alerts, you would have gladly joined our group of renegade traders, right? Do you agree with me? Okay, yeah, seen a lot of hands go up, right? I mean, that's not bad. 500 to 32,000. That's not compounding, folks. Now, don't blame yourself. I wasn't sharing my strategies with outsiders a year ago. But since you are no longer an outsider, but instead my newest subscriber and reader, you're going to learn exactly how you can use just 10 minutes of your time a week to potentially increase your account size by 6,438% this year alone, the next 12 months, okay? Now, wouldn't you like to earn 64 times your current account size this year? Let me ask you that. You guys excited? Would you like to earn 64 times? So whatever your account size now is, just times that by 64 and see if you'd like that number, okay? I've seen a lot of hands go up right now. So yes, that's exciting. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret. I didn't develop these strategies. I merely perfected them. You see, it was through years of trading, including many failures and thankfully many more successes, that I discovered them. Without going too deep into the matrix, I uncovered a pattern of multiple large options trades on one of my favorite companies, FedEx. And after a lot of digging, I was able to reverse engineer the trades. That's when I discovered the basis for the Extreme Option Profits trading strategies, or what I sometimes refer to as the closest thing to the holy grail of trading. Okay? Right now, for the first time ever, I'm going to reveal the very trade I stumbled upon that has led so many traders to success since then. Not only did FedEx earn a 117% return on call options, it happened in 11 short days. Let me ask, are you all getting this? Let me ask you. Raise your hand if you're getting this. Does it make sense to you? All right. Tons of interaction. I love it. Great. Now, honestly, you're not always going to double your money in just a couple weeks, but trades like these happen more often than you would think. That's why the press has had so much to say about my powerful methods here. Okay, the Wall Street Journal called this strategy is the #1 opportunity for retirees to rake it in. Or Barron's Magazine admitted this is a simple strategy that can boost your returns without increasing your risk level. And Wired Magazine said the strategy is as close to finding an envelope full of cash in your mailbox as you'll ever come. Okay? Now, when I first uncovered these unusual trading patterns, the amount of money I saw moving back and forth seemed phony at first. So much so, I actually thought it was wash trading, okay? Now, fortunately, I was blessed with an inquisitive mind, and I had to know the truth, so I dug a lot deeper. I found out a little more and ultimately tried to replicate the process. That's when I discovered just how real it all was. Now, it wasn't wash trading I had stumbled upon, like so many times before in my over 30-year trading career. No. I had discovered what until then I thought was only a myth. A shadow billionaire. Have you ever heard of such a term? I bet not. But they do exist, and you won't find them on the Forbes list. Believe it or not, with all the people trying to get onto it every year, there are many more requesting to stay off it. Think about it. Would you want to be on a list that put the spotlight on how you earn your money so that everyone else in the world could do it too? Maybe so, but not if you meant you'd sacrifice your own profits. Now that's exactly why you haven't heard of these strategies until now. And my guess, you won't hear about them from anyone else anytime in the near future. So why would I share them with you now? Good question, right? Okay, yeah, Sandy, you're on, yeah. A lot of people asking me that. Now, there's two reasons for it, okay? First, without loyal and valued subscribers like you, I never, ever would have discovered these hidden trading methods in the first place. You see, I found out long ago while I studied for my bachelor's in business that it was through teaching others about the markets that I learned best. Back then, my classmates would stand in my dorm room scratching their heads, just staring at the charts I plotted and hung all over the walls of my dorm. The funny thing was, as soon as I had to explain what was going on to someone who had not a clue about the financial markets, I started to get really good at trading them. It kept my trading skills sharp then, and it still does to this day. And second, contrary to popular belief, there is plenty of money to go around, as long as you don't have a few $1 billion to splash the pot with. And honestly, I'm not still checking earnings reports, watching moving averages, and watching for bull flags to get rich. Not to be braggadocious, but to put it bluntly, I already have money. And at this point in my life, I'm more concerned with my legacy. And what I want to leave behind is a sea of traders whose lives and families' lives have been improved with the strategies and profit alerts that I've given them. Now here's another trade example our little disruptive underground was alerted to just this past year. As a matter of fact, this exact trade turned everything around for a once struggling father of two named Bernard. He was newly divorced and taking care of his kids on his own when his employer called him and told him not to come into work anymore. Already running low on funds, he sought a way to change his and his children's lives. That's when he came across a Trading Concepts educational workshop. Not only did he learn the strategies, he took action right away, like his life depended on it, and this is the very first trade he made. Bernard earned just over $3,000 on that one trade alone. Now that may not be a lot to you, maybe it is, but to Bernard it meant he could pay the rent, put food on the table, and keep the lights on so his children could study for school. Now that's pretty amazing, don't you think? Let me ask you, all of you, that's a pretty good story, don't you agree? Yep, okay, Justin, okay, good. Lots of people, yep, yeah, I think it's a good story. That's why I included it. So now believe me when I say these opportunities happen on occasion multiple times per week. In fact, I sift through hundreds of companies every day with all kinds of technical and fundamental analysis to uncover anywhere from none to a few of these opportunities weekly that I share with my members inside my Extreme Option Profits alert service. Now, members inside of my Extreme Option Profits in turn leverage Trading Concepts over 60 years of combined experience, right? Myself and a trading associate here, to copy and paste my exact instructions to your trading platform or broker of choice in 10 minutes or less every time a trade is issued, okay? Now, remember when we began this workshop, I told you about the master-slave relationship? You do? Good. Yep, see a lot of hands. You remember that? You want to know more about it. Good. You may be wondering what this has to do with trading or earning money at all. Now, let me quickly explain. Now, in every relationship, someone is always in control. Now, the degree of control will vary dramatically, but one thing is for sure, there is always a master and always a slave. This is not limited to relationships with people. It applies to money, cars, companies, animals. You get the picture. If you're still with me, more likely than not, you believe in autonomy. You believe in controlling your own destiny. Now, if that's true for you, go ahead and shake your head, yes. If what I'm saying resonates with you, don't be afraid to show it. Heck, raise your hand if you agree. Let me see all your hands that agree with me. Do you agree? Great. I see lots of people. Okay. If you crave autonomy, it goes without saying you believe in freedom and security and you don't want to sacrifice one for the other. Am I right? Now listen, I don't blame you for not wanting to give up your rights because I don't either. That's why now more than ever it is important to gain control of not just your financial freedom, but to go a step further and take control of your time freedom, okay? Time freedom. There are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Time. It's your most valuable asset. And every single day we spend it. Some of us perhaps act like there's an infinite supply, but there isn't. And as I'm sure you will agree, the older you get, the faster it goes. But there is a way to take back control, to regain what is rightfully yours and yours alone. First, you must learn to think differently. It's an unfortunate truth that the majority of people were taught in schools with a curriculum designed by the Rockefellers to educate people into becoming good employees. You were not taught in school to become a trader, an investor, or a business owner. You certainly may have picked up these skills along the way or even learned the basics later on in college. But this is for certain, okay? You were taught to, number 1, go to school, number 2, get an education, and number 3, get a job. Now, the only problem with getting a job, aside from it putting food on the table for you and your family to eat and a roof over your head, is the little bit they don't mention, okay? And that is the opportunity cost of trading time. You can't trade time for money, and there's plenty of money. As you have already seen, members of Extreme Option Profits in the last 12 months earned 6,438% on their accounts. But your time on this earth is very limited, okay? I think you'll all agree with me, right? Now, later on in this presentation, you may be shocked to learn just how little time you may have. But for now, I want to show you a profit alert I sent out to my Extreme Option Profits members just a little while ago that resulted in massive gains. In fact, if you had put just $5,000 in this one trade, you'd have $10,000 right now in just 12 days. Now imagine for a moment that you had been a member of our little secret society when we sent the profit alert out. Even if you didn't want to do the hard work searching for trading opportunities yourself and then hand selecting one opportunity from a stack of hundreds to thousands, wouldn't it be amazing to receive a trade alert directly to your phone or email that you could then copy and paste into your account and profit? Wouldn't it be nice to make an extra $5,000 in 12 days and all you had to do was copy and paste a simple trade in your account? Now imagine that you had made the same trade with $50,000. Whoa, you could go right out over to the dealer and buy that new convertible, Mustang or the self-driving Tesla straight off the lot with cash, okay? Now, all of this with the confidence and security that comes from knowing senior trading experts like myself analyzed hundreds to thousands of trades and handpicked only the absolute best trading opportunities, okay? And you get the alert right away. Let me ask all of you, does that sound good to you? Raise your hand if it sounds good. All right, I've got well over 3/4 of you participating. I really appreciate it. We got a little over 1,000 people on now, so thank you. All right, great. Now here's what one of the newer Extreme Options Profit students who had 0 trading experience under his belt had to say about his experience so far. I've been on board for about 3 months and profits are rolling in steady. Keep up the great work and thank you. That's from Dave. Dave, thank you. All right, and this is a profit alert we sent out for OKTA not too long ago, actually. Okay? Now, if you were a member when we sent out the profit alert, what would you do after you spent your 10 minutes or less working for the day to earn 61% on any amount you had traded with? 100, 1,000, 10,000? I don't know. Maybe you would work on becoming the scratch golfer you always wanted to be. Or you want to spend more time with the kids or the grandkids. It's up to you. Head somewhere with palm trees, a warm breeze, calm seas. It's really up to you. Again, the choice can be yours, right? The choice is completely yours. Total freedom to spend time as you see fit and the money to do whatever you desire. Just as things ought to be, right? What do you think? Do you want to do that? Would you like to have freedom? If you're excited right now, let me know in the chat box, okay? Just raise your hand, say yes. All right, look at this. Okay, we a little over 3/4 of the people. Okay, you're sticking with me. You're excited. It's great to hear. Your excitement comes into me. I'm excited. Hopefully my excitement resonates with you here, okay? But before we go picking out your yacht, okay, I still have a few strategies to share with you, okay? Now, these methods were developed through over 30 years of trading experience. They've helped me to trade the market through the good times. But even more important, they got me through the bad times. As you may have noticed, the market doesn't keep going up and up and up, right? Many so-called professionals will try and sell you something that may work incredibly well when everything is going great, only for it to break down the moment the market turns. Now, this is a recent profit alert sent during extremely volatile market conditions. Now, as you can see, we earned a healthy 138% on the trade despite the market retracing substantially. Now, unfortunately, many traders and investors have been swindled by these charlatans, and I hate to see it. Some folks I know were using trading software with no stop losses during the 2008 financial crisis that promptly dropped their accounts to well over 50%. I mean, that's just crazy. And you'll see in a moment how we killed it as the market moves down, okay? So it doesn't matter if the market goes up or down, we make money all the time and very consistently, okay? So we're not just buying the market with call options, we're buying puts to take advantage of the short side, okay? Now, it gets worse when you realize sooner or later, and probably much sooner than later, it's going to happen all over again. Just as the sun rising is a near certainty, so too is the markets falling after long, sustained gains. Now, if you suffered during the last market collapse, my heart goes out to you. I wish I could have kept more good people from suffering in 2008 during the financial collapse. Fortunately, my valued students here at Trading Concepts were sheltered from major losses by following simple strategies with key profit alerts and regular market updates. Now, had you been a student, you would have been notified of unusual circumstances within the market indicating a very high probability of a big market-wide reversal. The tried and true practice of setting stops at appropriate levels, which I provide, of course, and trading put options on key stocks and ETFs, as opposed to outright trading stocks, not only insulated us from total disaster, but led many of us to incredible profits. Now, these strategies not only allow us to mitigate disaster, but allow us to generously profit from it at any point in the market cycle. Now, how cool is that? Here is one such trade where the sky was falling. Our renegade group of traders and extreme options profits were still able to secure real returns on Micron technology of 150%, all in the course of 3 short days. Fact is, these situations happen again and again, just like clockwork. And we keep sending out profit alerts notifying extreme option profit members when they happen, just like clockwork. Early on, the disruptive group of traders that made up the initial band of students using extreme option profits relearned a valuable lesson. They learned the difference between good returns and great returns. To keep it short and sweet, they learned the power of compound interest. Now, you may be wondering how a group of traders didn't know about compound interest, but let me be clear. Compound interest is a simple term to understand, but a tough one to actually follow. Or at least to me that seems to be the case. Because when I ask new students how much of their profits they reinvest, and they come back with any number lower than 50%, I'll be honest, my eyes roll right out of my head. Now, do you know what the 9th wonder of the world is? My ego. I'm just kidding, everybody. Okay, that's a joke. But honestly, if arguably the smartest man that ever lived thinks so highly of compound interest, let us take a moment to truly understand the power of the principle, okay? Do you remember how much I said you would have if you began trading with extreme option profits 1 year ago today? If not, that's okay? You've been learning quite a bit, so I'll refresh your memory. Starting with only $500, you would now have $32,190 if you followed each of my trade alerts from 1 year ago today. That's a 6,438% return. Here's what I didn't tell you, okay? That does not include compound interest. I'll be honest, I'm not even going to mention how much you would have potentially made if you added compound interest, because quite frankly, it would seem out of this world and not at all believable. But let's just say you started with only $5,000. Okay, 10 times the example I gave you above, starting with only $500, right? That $5,000 would have grown to an incredible $320,000 in 12 months. Now, $10,000 would have grown to $640,000, right? And starting with a $25,000 account, no compound interest, just taking the trades, would have grown to a staggering $1,600,000, all without compound interest. Isn't that amazing? Now, how would that change your life? Let me ask y'all, how would that change your life? Again, I know most of you have a couple thousand, 5,000, maybe 10,000. How would that change your life? Yep, I've got practically everybody here right now saying yes, yes, yes. Want to know more? Okay, good. Now ask yourself this. What would your life look today if you had access to extreme option profit alerts and invested with your trading or retirement account just 1 year ago? How would your family's lives improve? What would this do for your financial and time freedom? Now, many folks begin doing things they had never dreamed of, and who could blame them? Staying at a Ritz-Carlton in the Bahamas, right? Or dinner at world-renowned Michelin 3-star restaurants, or weekend trip through winding mountain roads in something fast, luxurious, and full of thrills, okay? Everyone's different. But most have never had the freedoms that come with not having a job, right? A job, along with the financial security to do whatever your heart desires. Now you know how to think different. But you still may be wondering, how do you earn 6 times more per trade while risking 91% less? It's simple math, but the results are anything but average. The profit alerts we send take less than 10 minutes to follow, and they're a combination of the option trades you may already be used to. But the way we use them to beat 91% of other traders is anything but ordinary. Take BBY, for example. On this trade, had you been a member of Extreme Option Profits and received our profit alert, you would have earned 140% in 36 days. Now, by layering simple trades, we were able to take advantage of the regular swings in momentum within the markets. That allows you to realize real profits that greatly exceed those of the average trader or investor. Now, does that make sense? Let me ask everyone, does this all make sense to you? I mean, look at 140% in 36 days. So if you started with $5,000, how much would you have? You have about $12,000, right? It's kind of crazy, right? Unbelievable. So do the number in your head, 140% of whatever number you feel like trading, okay? You see, while the methods on the surface may seem common, it is the way they are used together that makes a world of difference. That's exactly why Trading Concept Strategies have been hailed by Forbes magazine as a game changer. Completely next level. Now, before you uncover the final strategy, and by far the most profitable, I need to make sure you understand the value of what I'm sharing with you. Now you might ask why. Well, in order to answer the simple question of should you or shouldn't you, is this something that is really important to you? That's what you need to ask yourself. For now, I want you to forget about money. Don't even try to think about the gains you missed out in the last year. Instead, think about one number, 78.7. Do you have any idea what this number is? According to data released from the CDC recently, it's the average life expectancy in the United States of a human being. All right, allow me to run some quick numbers. I'll even show you my math. Then you should do your own math. Now, at this current time right now, my current number is 52.5. But if anyone asks, I'll be 25 next month, okay? So 78.7 minus 52.5 leaves me with 26.2. I have roughly 26.2 years remaining, foregoing any uncertainties. Now, okay, kind of can be depressing, right? But experts say you lose 30% of that to eat, sleep, and, go in the bathroom, right? Another 10% to waiting in traffic, standing in lines, paying your taxes and bills. That brings me to just 15.1 years to decide what to do with. Only 15.1. Your number could be more or it could be less, right? Now that you have your number, I'm going to ask you a simple question. How much of the time that you have left do you want to spend doing things you don't enjoy doing? Bothering with people who annoy you? Worrying about satisfying someone else's needs and demands? Now, do me a favor, write down your number. Now look at it. Look at it hard. How quickly and drastically do you want to alter your business life? Or how much longer would you like to continue as is? Stop for just a moment and listen. Now, do you hear that? The clock is ticking. If you crave more independence, freedom, power, autonomy, well, I think I've put forth an incredibly compelling case for you to use Extreme Option Profits as your guide, your shortcut to getting it. Here's where the final strategy comes into play. And remember, I said it was potentially the most profitable of them all. Well, it is, and I'll show you why. Remember the equity curve? Notice how it doesn't go up in a straight line. That would be foolish, downright unbelievable, because nobody can make a profit on 100% of their trades. Sometimes, despite however good the odds may be, we may lose. And that's why I ask you to judge me not on my winners, but on the losers, which I have so few of. 9 out of 10 trades are winners. Students have asked me, how is it possible to be so successful when others have such a hard time making money trading? Well, for one, I've been trading since I was in college. Let me tell you, people who are bad at trading don't hang around very long, and I've been actively trading for well over 30 years now. But don't let the experience fool you. I've taught complete newbies how to trade like me in under 10 minutes before, and I'll do it again. But even if you don't know how to trade and you don't want to learn, that's perfectly okay. Because with Extreme Option Profits, I regularly alert Extreme Option Profit members to profit alerts, earning my valued students 58% per trade on average. Here's another one. I'm almost embarrassed to show you this because I personally left out a lot of profit on the table, but I wanted to make it clear to you all of our trades aren't home runs. And while some may consider 38% gains to be a home run, I expect much more from myself and for you. Now let me ask all of you, is this the kind of thing your family would be interested in you doing? All right, look at this. Almost 100% of you are raising your hand saying yes, 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 yes. Okay, good. Okay. Now let me tell you what George did, okay? He had been working at his company for 30 years when the company was bought out by a major corporation and his pension was scrapped. George felt like he was hit by a truck, and who wouldn't be, right? But it gets worse. Shortly after his pension went, so did his job. They said they needed to downsize to make the company profitable. So those with the higher salaries earned through the years of loyalty and hard work were let go first. Without a nest egg to fall back on, no health insurance and no income, things got worse for George. His wife was diagnosed with breast cancer, a disease that kills 42,260 people per year. Many would choose to give up, but George knew he had to be strong for his wife and find a solution. So he started looking into anything and everything. That's when George, nearing 60 years of age and never having placed a trade in his life, decided to join Extreme Option Profits. I still remember the day he joined. I asked him why he bought Extreme Option Profits, and he told me a story. Truthfully, it brought tears to my eyes. That's why when I heard about his early success in Extreme Option Profits, I got so excited. Here is the first trade George placed after receiving an Extreme Option Profits alert. This is what George wrote. Before I joined Trading Concepts, I had no idea how to trade. My wife and I were facing a health and financial crisis, and time was running out. Todd made the trades as easy to follow as checking my email and calling my broker. He gave me and my wife back our lives, and for that, we owe him everything. Now, George is a full-time trader, working at home and spending time with his wife while comfortably paying his bills. What's more, his wife tells me it's like he retired early. From time to time, George likes to send me vacation photos. God bless him. I think it's amazing how George and his wife Ann turn their lives around. Won't you agree? Now, I teach you everything you need to know about these trades from concept to implementation. But I do understand that you have a life, a family, a job, and a very busy schedule to say the least. You may not have the time to learn new trading terms and strategies, and that's all right. What I'm about to share with you is the most profitable lesson you will learn today. It's leverage. Now, most people understand the concept of trading with leverage and how dangerous it can be, especially when left unchecked and used recklessly. That's not the kind of leverage we're discussing today, okay? If I ask you to lift a car by hand, you set it atop a parking structure, you might look at me a little funny, right? All right, now let's be honest. You'd call me crazy, right? If, however, I asked you to lift a car with a giant magnet attached to an enormous crane with simple instructions and controls as easy to use as a keyboard and mouse, you might still look at me funny, but you know you could do it, right? Now, yes, that's because you know the crane has the power to lift the vehicle and you got the power to control it. A favorite author of mine, Robert Kiyosaki, spoke of leverage often and still does, right? He said that to get rich, you must harness other people's money or other people's time. Now think about it. Even if you win the lotto, you're leveraging a system that is heavily stacked against each individual that plays it. Millions of people committing at least $1 to the pot that only one person will win. However, unlike the lotto, people who leverage extreme option profits do win. Our portfolio, which you can find inside the members area, reflects a 91% rate of success. Now, with my unique proprietary trading system, I send profit alerts to my exclusive group of members via text, email, and then put the trades inside a private members area for you. Now, of course, this benefit to you alone allows you to forgo all the comprehensive training we've put together for you, if you wish to do so, okay? So your profit alert would arrive safely and reliably in your inbox or messages ready for you to put into action without all the work that goes into picking out a winning trade. Would you like that? Let me ask all of you, would you like to be spoon-fed the trades so all you had to do was copy and paste? Again, okay, almost all of you definitely want to do that. Okay, good. Oh, and by the way, here's just some of the work that goes into generating 58% on average trade returns with the 91% success rate. First, I scan the best stocks and ETFs every night. 2, I look for a multitude of clear key indicators. 3, I do, after these stocks and ETFs come back to me, then I check for earnings reports, okay? I want them to meet my qualifications. Then I stay up to date on the news of those companies meeting my criteria that falls into place here, okay? And then I figure out whether to buy a call or a put option based on the trade setup. And then I choose the best ones from the potential of, anywhere from hundreds available that meet the criteria per the stock or ETF, okay? And then I calculate the entries and the potential exit points, okay? So that's what goes into all of this. And if you did all that, you'd have a major edge over the majority of other traders and investors out there. I think you'd all agree. But the power of leverage is that you don't have to do all that. Nope. Because what I've done is I've set up this system so that you could take advantage of experienced traders like myself, okay, and my associate behind the scenes. We're guys that love to get into the trenches and do the dirty work for you. That way you can enjoy time with your family, the dog, the cat, the beach house, whatever you want to do. Go play golf, tennis. Now listen, if you want to leverage what you already have, right, big or small, in the safest way to have potential to generate as much cold hard cash as possible, this is definitely for you, okay? So let me tell you a little bit more about what I've put together for you. Here's what you're going to receive. Now, aside from the profit alert sent directly to your phone and email, you're going to receive access to my premium members-only website, a place you can go to get all relevant market updates and trade information in one place. It's updated on a weekly basis and has been since I started this. And it has everything you need to know about the markets, along with the powerful trading strategies to take advantage of them. Now, once you gain access to the Extreme Option Profits members area, you will be greeted with a quick start video that I'm on that explains everything, okay? Where everything is, how best to use it. Now that way you don't waste any time using my profit alerts to place your first trade in profit. Now once you know where everything is, we're going to want to get you up to speed with our market updates. There are regular multi-weekly updates you can expect to receive in your email or simply by clicking the appropriate tab in the members area. Our updates consist of general market information, complete with market trends, major news, and much, much more. Now let me ask all of you, how does that sound to you? Be honest. Does that all sound good? What you get, the alerts, the members area access, how it's delivered? Okay, good. Okay, I'm seeing about 95% of people are still with me and are still excited. Good to know. Next, you're going to want to swing by the Extreme Option Profits portfolio, where you can see each and every trade I've placed going back since the very first trade. So you can go back and analyze every single trade since inception, okay? And that's going to get you real excited, trust me on that. But if it's profits that you want, you won't find them in there. Instead, you can check out the Profit Alerts tab to see the latest we have alerted our members to, so you can get in on them, okay? However, if you'd rather find your own trades, you should know that students love the system we've put together, and we're confident that you're going to too, okay? That's because nearly 2 full years and hundreds of hours have gone directly into creating the best trading resource you can find on the internet and in the entire industry. I can guarantee you that. And where else would you expect to find step-by-step, comprehensive instructions on our easy to follow yet unusual methodologies, pushing our trades to a 9 out of 10 rate of success, effectively blowing the competition out of the water, okay? Now, honestly, we went a little overboard with all the information in our trading courses. You might want to grab a cup of coffee for it, okay? Inside is a 9-chapter Easy Options Income course, complete with several videos. Some are just a few minutes long, others approach an hour, and even some are even over an hour, okay? But if you'd prefer to read, you're in luck, because within each chapter is 1 to 2 PDF files complete with the entire lesson and a practice test to test yourself of the knowledge that you just learned. Now, frankly, there are hours of trading strategies and money management lessons in this course, and I've received thousands of dollars from hundreds of students itching to learn it, speaking at conferences here in Michigan and all throughout the country. And still, there are a couple other hidden bonuses inside. I'll save those goodies for you to discover once you get in yourself, okay? Now, let me ask you another question. How much should you happily pay for this service? Now let's do a little more math. If I reveal every trading and money management secret I know to you in this system and supply you week after week with one profitable trade alert after the next, after the next, after the next, and so on, and you apply just some of it, how much control could you take back? Control of your time, your finances, everything. Total autonomy. Now, choose a percentage. What was that? 15%, 25%, 35%, 50%. Now, try to stay conservative. Don't give me or you too much credit here, okay? Do consider my track record. Have you picked your percentage? Okay, most people have. Okay, good. Great, now write it down. Give you a couple seconds for that. Okay. Now go back to the last number I asked you to write down. The number of years you may have left. I know, it kind of sounds depressing. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to do something here with you, okay? So just write down how many years you've got left based on the 70, what did we say, 78.6? If let's say your number was the same as mine, okay, which is 16.1 years, and you thought that we could get you just 25% more autonomy, you would multiply 16.1 times 25% and get a yield of 4.02 years of total autonomy. 4.02 equals 1,467.3 days. If, let's say your number was the same as mine, 16.1 years, and you thought that you could get just 25% more autonomy, you would multiply 16.1 times 25% and get a yield of 4.02 years of total autonomy. 4.02 years comes to 1,467 days, right? Basically 35,215 beautiful hours of complete 100% control, freedom, and independence. Okay? 35,215 hours doing only what serves your desires whenever you want, wherever you want, however you want, and with whomever you want. Okay? Now, the only thing left to decide is if you could buy these hours while sitting across the desk from the seller, what would you offer for each one? If you would only give just $1, one filthy, wrinkled, who knows where it's been dollar, the system is worth $35,215, right? Now, if you had it, as you well know, you'll learn via Extreme Option Profits just how wonderfully infinite the money supply is and how readily, quickly, and easily available to you it really is. Then we both know you'd pay more than just the dollar. Would you pay $10 for each hour of complete and utter autonomy? That is, complete time and financial freedom to do whatever you wish. If you'd only give $10 an hour, then we can both agree Extreme Option Profits should have a price tag of $352,000, okay? Unfortunately, I know I can't expect such a payment, nor would I want it, okay? Even though the value packed inside is worthy of hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions in the right hands, and battle-tested by a secretive group of from-scratch millionaire traders. And even though the price of autonomy really has no match, it's priceless. I think you'd agree, right? Let's get to the actual price. Now, I consulted with my little group of renegade traders, the group of disruptive traders I told you about, who I handpicked from over 40,000 students to test my new found strategies on. I asked them before I set the price to tell me what it should be, knowing if I agreed they would have to pay that price. Now, one man quickly shouted out $10,000. He clearly considered that sum to be a bargain. Bless him, his family and his dog, okay? Now, a few more folks suggested $5,000. Now, I have sold, quite frankly, less intensive and far less valuable informational products for the cool sum of $5,000. But that isn't all. Many more folks suggested I set the price at $3,900. Now, nobody suggested any lower than $3,900 price tag. Now, think about it. Why would they, with huge gains like this on ROKU? I mean, that's not too bad, right? 142% in 7 trading days. And what about this one on Apple? 83% win in 5 trading days. Now, look, I'm definitely not a greedy person. I am money motivated, like most others. But I am not greedy, okay? There is a huge difference here. There's also just one more consideration. Now look, I have invested literally my entire adult trading life into the system. So know that I want as many people of conviction, ambition, and enterprise as possible to have it. As I've already said, at this stage of my life, my legacy is what's most important to me. It is a prideful moment when a trader whom I may have never met personally stops me in the grocery store to shake my hand and thank me for what I've done for him and his family. But I'd like to make that sphere of influence grow larger, much larger. That's why now is a strange time in my life, because perhaps for the first time, I don't want to earn the maximum amount of profit on this. Instead, I want the maximum amount of people possible to get their hands on it. I tell you this so you may know why I have underpriced Extreme Option Profits. Now, everyone, including current valued members, multi-million-dollar entrepreneurs, I'm lucky to call my friends, everyone. When I revealed this system for the first time a few years ago to people outside of the so-called disruptive underground at an enormous conference, and more than 300 people rushed into the line to get it. Most, yes, most, shared with the staff what a pleasant surprise it was to find the price so low. Honestly, what I'm doing here is about as contrary to popular beliefs as one could possibly get for any sort of capitalistic endeavor. That's why I encourage you to take advantage of it right now, before I come back to reality. Now, here's what I've done. I cut the lowest price suggested by anyone, the $3,900, in half. The entire system and the alerts is just $1,997 for 1 full year. But since you're a valued reader and subscriber of mine, and we just opened up a few new spots in the program, I'd like to make you a one-time special offer. You get 2 full years for the price of 1. That's right, 2 years of profit alerts generating 58% profit on average per trade at a 91% success rate at just $1,997. That's only $2.74 a day. If you were conservative and only placed one 500 trade once a week with a 58% profit per trade on average, that would be like spending $19.18 to earn $290. That's like getting 15 times your money every day. Now let me ask all of you, does that sound good to you? Let me ask everyone in the audience. Yep. Okay, look at this. The retention is very high. We've almost got 100% of people raising their hands. So good, I'm glad you're excited. Now imagine trading with $1,000 per trade or even $10,000 per trade once a week, knowing that you're going to win 9 out of 10 times and average 58% overall per trade, including your losses. That would be like paying $19.18 a week to earn $580 or $5,800 respectively, or 30 times to 300 times the cost of doing business. And the returns only get better the more you invest and trade with. Now I'm sure you can agree this offer is a no-brainer. But I'm not done yet. I've included a special bonus, okay? As if there wasn't enough included already, I want to take things up a notch with a complete 90-day money-back guarantee. I want to give you the opportunity to prove to yourself once and for all this system not only works, it works for you, okay? You don't have to worry about losing your money because not only do we make the decision risk-free for you, you won't even need to make the decision for a full 90 days. With your full 90-day test drive, you can earn your tuition for the profit alerts, okay? By using the profit alerts before you ever have to make a decision on paying for the profit alerts, okay? Who else will give you a free 90-day test drive on anything? Okay, the question is, who will this work for? Okay, it'll work for retirees, brand new traders, profitable traders who want to scale their accounts. So if you're a retiree or if you're brand new there in the audience there, it's going to work for you. For those of you in the audience that I know are pretty profitable right now because you've been a student of mine for a long time, it's going to work for you because this will allow you to scale your account, okay? It's also going to work for those of you that are unprofitable and that are just break-even traders, right? So for those of you that are unprofitable or even breaking even, this is your ticket to finally become profitable, okay? I can assure you of that. All you have to do is copy and paste my trades, and I can guarantee you, you will make money. And it's also going to be profitable for those of you that want to go from paper trading to live trading. Success real fast. Now, let me just tell you, there are a few strings attached. First, I want to keep things straightforward with you, okay? Now, this service was incredibly expensive to produce, okay? The service, the product, the bonuses, the courses, each one has a very high cost as you're going to see. We've hired professionals to manage the pages as well as assist in creating beautiful and well thought out presentations to better educate you, okay? And of course, all the time and effort that goes into creating such a quality, high value product. It pains me to even have to say this, but the information you learn, we suggest you keep it just to yourself and your loved ones, okay? Now, unfortunately, there have been an upswing in people who lack basic integrity who have been purchasing the content only to copy and resell it under a different name. Now, if you're one of the criminal intent, which I doubt you are, just please don't join my group of renegade traders, okay? Now, for most names and everyone I see in the audience right now, most of you I recognize and have been a student of mine. or have contacted me in the past, and I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, okay? So obviously I don't condone reselling any of the systems anywhere, okay? I've spent over 30 years developing everything in what you're going to get today, okay? Again, it's my life's mission. I love this, and again, everything I've put together for you is for you to succeed. I've succeeded, and I know you can too, okay? Now, second, if after using the alerts or the training with Extreme Option Profits and you make any extraordinary breakthrough and blazingly fast progress towards your goals, and you wind up feeling you terribly underpaid for access to Extreme Option Profits, I really would appreciate you making a contribution of at least another $1,997 to any worthy causes, individuals, or charities of your choice. Also, I'd love to hear that you did, okay? And I'm so confident that this will all happen to you that I just want you to reach out and talk to me and tell me, okay? So when you're a member, you can call me up. You can call my support team. You can email me. Heck, you can even reach out and ask for my personal cell number, and I'll be happy to do that for you. I know people tell me I'm crazy to give out my cell number, but again, I'm in this for you, and I do this because I love interacting with people like yourself. So I do it for you. So, all right. And third, you owe me 1 year from today a letter, okay? In it, I want to hear about how your thinking changed. But I'd also like to hear of the specific strategies you applied and the results that you achieved. Now listen, this isn't an option, it's an obligation. I really, really want you to reach out to me and tell me how much you've learned, how much you're making. That's what continues to drive me day in, day out, okay? So now what? You might ask, well, all you have to do is click the red button below that says partner with me, okay? Now I know some people say, why do you say partner with me? I mean, honestly, every single person that gets involved in any of my advisories, I consider you a partner, okay? You're looking over my shoulder. You're looking at my trades. You might be taking every single trade. You might be paper trading some, picking and choosing your trades. That's fine. I love it. So you're a partner with me when you follow me, okay? So you're inside my inner circle when you sign up. So again, partner with me, okay? You'll then be taken to a secure page detailing exactly what you get inside my Extreme Option Profits alerts, along with a place to input your contact and building information to start receiving profit alerts and placing profitable trades right out of the gate, okay? Oh, and I'm not kidding. This discount is extremely temporary. The clock is ticking. Again, $1,997 for 2 years of alerts. And believe me, I've got tons and tons of people paying me $3,900 a year for this. I'm throwing in an extra year for half that, $1,997. Okay? You've got my guarantee, and you can have my secret strategies, methods, and behaviors derived from billionaire traders synthesized for you, okay? So again, I want to wish all of you a fantastic day, and I wish you all the best, and I really sincerely hope to see you inside, okay? So let's see, we've got tons and tons and tons of questions coming in. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to answer those for you. So for the remaining portion of this, I want to answer your questions, okay? But again, don't forget, okay, I want all of you to remember this special offer expires soon, okay? Now remember, I'm giving away a free year, so you're going to get 2 years for only $1,997, okay? So again, we're at the part of the presentation where if I haven't answered your question, okay, I'm going to answer those for you right now. So please continue watching and listening if I have not answered your question, okay? Again, from what I'm seeing, these are by far the most frequently asked questions that I receive all the time regarding my Extreme Option Profits advisory service, okay? And again, for those of you that are still listening to me, and again, raise your hand. So I've got the count. Look at the count of this was 1,028 people when we started. And believe it or not, we're down to 1,002 people. So we haven't lost many people throughout this. So again, I want to congratulate all of you. you're obviously got what it takes to really make it in this business. Because, again, out of 1,000 people, I would have thought at least 200 or 300 would have dropped by now. But, okay, leads me to believe that you're all very, very excited about this. So, again, once your questions are answered, please feel free to go ahead and click the Partner With Me button to secure your spot. All right? So let's get right to it. Question: is there some sort of catch here? This seems too good to be true. Now that's a great question, and I'm glad you asked. I would ask the very same thing if I were in your shoes. It's a very legitimate concern, and asking this question is definitely a sign of a very smart trader investor. So kudos to you. Now look, before you start any new trading or investing strategy, you absolutely want to investigate it from A to Z. That's why I want to be more than fair with you by going above and beyond what anybody else would do for you. I'm going to give you 90 days to make absolute sure that this income opportunity is in fact for you, and prove to you that you will make consistent income. You will see firsthand that my Extreme Option Profit System advisory will give you very reliable and predictable opportunities to generate additional income. Now, of course, income will vary widely depending on how much money you're trading with. So please remember that my system's unique set of rules will help to isolate the absolute best of the best stocks and options to trade. So for the reasons I've just discussed, I'm very happy to let you see for yourself the predictability and profitability for yourself live. So if you're one of the few that I'm accepting into my exclusive program at this time, I will give you the opportunity to test and see for yourself my trade recommendations until you're 110% confident that my Extreme Option Profit service will work for you. If you're not 100% happy, I'm not happy. So what could be safer and easier than giving you a full 90 days to test my trades, either with paper trading or with as much as you choose to risk? You have nothing to lose and everything in the world to gain by at least giving it a try. Heck, if you don't get the results you were expecting, all you have to do is contact me and I'll refund your money. I really couldn't get any fairer than that, could I? Okay. So the only thing here is that I plan on shutting down the exclusive offer once the number of new students exceeds the capacity of me and my support team, okay? You see, I only want you to experience the best and most personal service and support so you succeed in a huge way. All right, let's go to the next question. Is your program simple to use and profit from, even for beginners? Yes, absolutely. I made the Extreme Option Profits advisory as simple as humanly possible for traders of all levels of experience, especially for beginners. Look, I do all the hard work behind the scenes for you, so you don't have to do anything except for getting the email, text alert, or log into the members only area website and copy and paste my trading instructions with your online trading account or broker, okay? So even if you've never had a trade before, as long as you can check your email or receive a text, you'll be able to copy my instructions and use my recommendations. I promise you, it's really that simple. Once you get up to speed, it shouldn't take more than 15 to 20 minutes a week to place and manage your trades. And of course, with anything new, it might take a little practice at first to get it right. But anything worthwhile in life takes some practice, right? And remember, if you have any questions at all, such as how to place an order or need clarification about any particular trade, remember, I offer 24/7 email hotline and regular business hours phone access to answer any questions that you might have. So go ahead and click the Partner With Me button to get started while you still can. And remember, you can reserve your spot by just saying maybe with the guarantee that I'm offering you here. All right, next question. Can people really trade the news? Absolutely. We can trade the anticipation of news, the dissemination of news, and the death of news. In 2005, 450 sheep jumped to their deaths. One sheep dove, another followed. All of a sudden, a flock of sheep began jumping off a cliff for no real reason. Shocked shepherds would watch as another 1,500 jumped. Hundreds of sheep perished as they got caught up in herd mentality. Each followed and jumped simply because every other sheep was doing it. And as uncommon as this may sound, it's not. In fact, this very same thing happens each and every day among traders and investors. We buy because everyone else does. We sell because everyone else does. We buy because everyone else does. We sell because everyone else does. But we never question what we're really buying or selling, which can be quite costly. Instead, we take the leap simply because everyone else is doing it. And if everyone else is doing it, it must be right. Right? Well, not exactly. By using the news, we can spot the right opportunities at the right time because we can physically see if there's a big overreaction up or down. Then, once the news begins to fade, the stock typically turns as well. Interesting to note, Warren Buffett, Baron Rothschild, and Sir John Templeton also used death of news. You see, they'd look for extreme optimism or pessimism, buy and wait. As we learned from Baron Rothschild, buy when there's blood in the streets, even if the blood is your own. Or, as Warren Buffett has said, a climate of fear is your friend when investing. A euphoric world is your enemy. We've even learned to buy extreme pessimism with Sir John Templeton. All right, let's move to the next question. But how do you know when the stock will turn in your favor? All right, we use 5 technical indicators, which we'll discuss in further detail in videos and chats, okay? When all indicators align and overbought or oversold, that's usually where we begin to buy or short the asset. From there, we just have to wait for the eventual pivot. But you'll learn more about this when you become a member inside the members area, okay? What kind of success does a system like this have? Now look, after testing and using this system for 22 years now, it's had a success rate as high as 86%. And we, on a consistent basis get double and triple digit winners. As you'll see, once you become a member, you'll see this inside of the members area, okay? You're kidding, right? Who's got that kind of success? You may be thinking that, right? Oh God, 86%, right? Now look, I'm not kidding. That 86% success rate is 100% true. I'm even willing to open all my portfolios dating back years as proof the strategy works. And you'll see all this proof once you start your trial, which is located inside the members area. You'll have immediate access once you decide to hit the partner with me button, okay? Next question. Are you for real, Todd? This almost sounds too good to be true, almost like a get-rich-quick scheme. Now, yes, I am for real, and no, this is definitely not a get-rich-quick scheme, okay? It couldn't be further from it. Look, I've been trading since 1988, and I've been in business teaching traders and investors like you since 1994 with an A+ Better Business Bureau rating. So yes, I'm for real, and there's no get-rich stuff going on here. I promise you that. If I put out dishonest material in any way, I think you'll agree that I would have been out of business by now. And let me also be crystal clear about this too. My extreme option profits is not a get-rich-quick type of trading strategy. In fact, it's the exact opposite, as you've seen throughout my presentation today. You've seen with your own 2 eyes that it allows you to generate income consistently each week and month, like clockwork. So if you're looking to strike it rich on one single trade, okay, this isn't for you. And good luck trying to find that needle in a haystack type of trading system, okay? It doesn't exist. But be assured, we do hit home run trades quite frequently, amounting to double and triple digit gains, okay? Besides, here at Trading Concepts, we're in the business of sharing ideas and research on which you can trade with confidence, okay? Information that can allow you to thrive in any type of market condition. If you've made it this far in the presentation, then you've seen that I place a great deal of attention on ensuring risk management, establishing realistic expectations, and generating trades that result in success. You've seen that my goal, one which I reach with great regularity, is to achieve a victory each and every week and month, right? We want to make money every month. If this were a baseball game, okay, I would describe it as winning with an extreme potent offense of singles and doubles, and many times hitting triple digit gains, okay? And with this attack, you'll win most of the games. I promise you that. Okay, and you'll see that inside that members area when you decide to partner with me, okay? Next question, why are you willing to give this proven trading system to other people if this works so well? Now, to be honest with you, there are tons of reasons why I want to share it with you. So let me discuss just a few with you here, okay? First, I would never want to keep something for myself when I know in my heart it could help change so many lives. Okay, it has for me, so I know it can for you too. And it already has changed lives for tons of people just like yourself. Here's another reason. I know you remember the dot-com crash and the 2008 financial debacle. I'll never forget those times, and neither will some of my friends and neighbors who saw their portfolios cut in half. Even more than that, okay? Now, millions of people lost a fortune, and I'm sure many are still trying to make back what they lost. That to me is horrifying to know. And I know for certain that my Extreme Option Profits Advisory can help change all that so that never happens again to anybody, okay? Now, the other huge driving reason is that many of my 45,000 plus students have been asking me for a service like this for years. And I understand that Extreme Option Profits is not right for everybody, but I would really like to help those of you that this makes sense to. And I'm thrilled to be able to help you if you should decide to partner with me. Now simply click on the Partner With Me button to lock in your spot. All right, next question. Do you still think this would be right for me if I'm not a huge risk taker? Absolutely. This is actually a very risk-averse trading strategy, so it will be perfect for you. You see, my Extreme Option Profits Advisory Service was designed for people like you who aspire to generate consistent income without a high levels of risk. Plus, we'll walk you through our key money management steps too. One of the tremendous advantages that my Extreme Option Profit Service is going to do for you is it's going to help give you a psychological boost by knowing that you are following a tried and true method that offers built-in protection and the consistent ability to produce income. Now look, my service is also designed to help give you control over your money. You get to decide how much or how little risk that you want to take. Now, of course, with any trading or investing strategy, there will be risk, even with my trade recommendations, okay? And if you're not comfortable taking any risks, this opportunity may not be for you. Only you know your risk tolerance and what you personally feel comfortable with. I want you to feel fantastic and enthused about your decision, which is why I want to give you a 90-day money-back guarantee. You can try everything out for yourself by simply clicking the Partner With Me button below. All right, let's get to the next question. I don't believe I've ever heard of your Extreme Option Profits until now. Why is that? This is probably because until today, it's only been available to a very small group of traders and investors, and I only allow a certain amount of people into the program a couple times a year. Plus, if your email inbox looks anything like mine, you're probably bombarded practically every day with offers from the latest guru, promising to show you the secrets of turning a small investment into a huge fortune, practically overnight. Now, this is unfortunate. You've definitely not seen any of this from me, so that's probably another reason why you may not have heard of the Extreme Option Profits until now. I know that the idea of a safe and reliable income isn't flashy, and so it's easy to see why people haven't heard about this service before now. Now, I've tried to be completely transparent throughout this entire workshop. I've shown you trade results and described the realistic expectations of profits that you can realize with this program. I hope by now you've been able to see that the Extreme Option Profits does in fact give you the potential to go after a very safe and reliable income almost every single week and month. I also want to stress upon you that you don't need a showy method of making money in the markets. All you really need is an effective method. And the Extreme Option Profits is definitely that, okay? But you have to hurry and make a decision because I'm only allowing a select few into this program at this time. And remember, you'll be able to try it out risk-free for 90 full days. All right, next question. Do I need a lot of money to start profiting from your program? The answer to that is no. Technically, you don't need any money at all to get started because you can paper trade as many of the Extreme Option Profit recommendations as you like for as long as you like, before you put any real money on the line. Now, that being said, when you feel like you're ready to start trading because of all the profits you've seen the recommendations make while you watched and observed with your paper trading, you can begin trading with as little or as much as you like. How much money you start with is up to you, but you can get started with as little as a few $1,000s. But remember, once I hit my limit of new members, this offer will be ended, okay? So don't wait until it's too late. Simply click the Partner With Me button and take advantage of this limited offer while you still can, okay? Next question. Can your program help me become financially well off and wealthy over time? The answer is yes. absolutely. It's very possible this strategy can make you financially well and wealthy over time. Now look, everyone defines well off, wealthy, and or rich differently, right? But if you define these words as generating more income so that you can spend more time with your family and friends, being more generous in your monetary giving, traveling more, and simply being able to do more of what you've always wanted to do but couldn't because of lack of money, then yes, this program can make you well off, wealthy, and rich. I'm absolutely certain of it. I truly believe that my Extreme Option Profits advisory service will make you money. It's only because of my absolute certainty that I'm willing to offer you this special price today, along with the extra year for free, to allow you to begin your wealth building immediately. This is why today you're being offered this unique opportunity to join the ranks of a great and growing number of successful traders, some of whom are joining even as you watch this right now, right? Now let me offer you a suggestion here. When you begin to use my Extreme Option Profits, have in mind a few goals that you would like to achieve with the income that you're going to make. That is, write those objectives that you would like to make a reality in the next 12 months. I'm convinced that if you do this, you will be surprised, if not shocked, at how quickly you will achieve your goals. Now I know because so many people who follow my Extreme Option Profits follow the same process and accomplish what they set out to do. And this group, of course, also includes me. So to get started with me, simply click on the Partner With Me button below. All right, let's get to the next question. Do I need to understand complicated charts or need to perform technical analysis to make this work for me? No, not one bit. There's absolutely no technical analysis for you to have to perform or for you to have to look at any charts if you don't want to. All you need to know is the actual trade parameters, when to get in and when to get out. And I do all this for you. I literally spoon feed you the trade. Simply copy and paste my instructions. This way, you remain in control 100% and you decide whether you want to follow me or not, right? Now to start following me, all you need to do is click the Partner With Me button below. All right, next question. What makes your program so different? I've heard many times that trading systems typically don't work. Now look, quite honestly, I'm living proof that trading systems do work. I've been successfully trading them since 1988. Not only that, you and I could name several famous investors and traders who beat the market all the time. There are those, of course, who think it's not possible to beat the market, but I certainly do not agree with that one bit. And look, if you're still with me to this point, I'm sure you don't either. Okay, I'm sure you don't agree with that. And remember, you can join the Extreme Option Profits Advisory on a trial basis. All right, next question. Do you honestly believe that anyone can profit from your program? Even me? Yes, absolutely, especially you. I make it so easy that anyone can do this if they follow simple instructions. I specifically designed the Extreme Option Profits Advisory Service for regular people just like you with an average understanding of the markets that want to profit regularly from the markets each week and month like clockwork, okay? With a relatively conservative, safe, and reliable system. I do all the research for you, so all you need to do is spend roughly 15 minutes a week copying and pasting my trade recommendations with your online broker. I handle all the details so you don't have to. Feel free to spend your time however you please. So, I urge you to partner with me before it's too late. Simply click the Partner With Me button and take advantage of this limited time offer while you still can. All right, next question. Do you have any type of guarantee that I'll make money like you say? Now let me be as truthful as I possibly can be here. If you choose not to invest in my Extreme Option Profits recommendations, I can state with 100% certainty that you will not make any money on them, right? And of course, this program will have served to be nothing more than instruction and world-class education. Like I've mentioned throughout this presentation, it's always a good idea to paper trade before committing real money to any new trading strategy. Paper trading will help you accomplish two things. First, you can prove to yourself that this is the real deal. Second, you won't risk a single penny by learning and watching the trades unfold for yourself live. Now the truth is you won't make any real money until you start trading with real money. And of course, you'll want to do this once you feel comfortable with my system. Now remember, I do guarantee my service for 90 days, and during that time, if you're doubtful, and many traders and investors who have achieved success with my program began as skeptics, then please feel free to paper trade like I mentioned before. All right? All that I ask is that you make at least 4 of the recommended trades during your trial period, using either a live or a demo account. And now if you're not happy with the results, just send back your trade log. Do this anytime during your trial period, and I'll give you a full refund. No questions asked. I promise you that, okay? Now remember though, I'm only letting a limited number of valued traders and investors like you to participate in this special offer. So please click the Partner With Me button or risk losing your spot. All right, let's move on to the next question here, okay? How long will this take to learn? Quite honestly, you don't need to learn anything if you don't want to. All you have to do is follow my trade recommendations that I send you. Simply copy and paste them. But if you desire to learn, you'll have the bonus I'm giving you here for free, the Easy Options Income Program. Each trade alert comes with detailed instructions even a 3rd grader could follow and use to make money with. So it's completely up to you how much you actually want to learn from this program. I can assure you though that you will certainly and undoubtedly make money by following my trade recommendations. Next question. If this trading strategy is so fantastic, why isn't everyone and their grandmother using it? One of the biggest reasons why more people are not using this type of trading strategy is that they simply don't know about it. Most of the Joe public out there doesn't bother to get educated enough to even know about this type of trading investing strategy to use it. Now if they did, they certainly would be using it, okay? Now the second reason is that most traders and investors are looking to make huge home run trades, and my Extreme Option Profits is really not designed to do that. Instead, it's designed to give you reliable, predictable, and consistent profits. The Extreme Option Profits advisory service is not for gamblers because I'm leaving nothing to chance. I'm using a very safe and reliable trading strategy with an exact proven formula with precise rules to go after double and triple digit gains that generate real income on a weekly and monthly basis. Now remember, that space is very limited and you can try out everything pretty much risk-free. So go ahead and click the Partner With Me button. All right, next question. Will your system work in all market conditions, even current conditions? Yes, absolutely. Every single market condition imaginable works beautifully with the Extreme Option Profits type of trades. My system is specifically designed to go after safe and reliable income in bull, bear, and sideways market conditions. I personally believe this decision could be a life-changing decision for you and your family, but please don't take my word for it. All you have to do is test my Extreme Option Profits advisory over the next 90 days and judge it for yourself. You will then see the results, and only then can you decide if it's for you. Again, enrollment is extremely limited, so if you're serious about changing your life, please don't wait much longer, okay? Now to see how simple and consistently profitable this approach can and will be for you, simply click the Partner With Me button to lock in your spot. All right, next question. How much does your Extreme Option Profits advisory cost again? Like I mentioned earlier in the presentation, a normal 1-year subscription costs $2,795. But for this special one-time offer I'm making you right now, you'll get it for only $1,997 plus, okay? I'm throwing in an additional year for free. Now look, that only comes to $2.74 a day for 2 full years of my winning income picks, okay? Again, you can find all the details by simply clicking the Partner With Me button. And by simply clicking on the button does not in any way obligate you to anything. I promise you that. Okay, next question. How can I be sure that everything you taught in your presentation was true and that it's really as simple and profitable as you say it is? Now look, I understand your caution and I definitely welcome it. So you're obviously still unsure about committing to my Extreme Option Profits advisory, and that's perfectly fine. Now that's why I urge you to try it out risk-free for 90 days. That's how sure I am about the money you're going to make and what you're going to learn with everything that you'll receive. Now remember, you can spend the time just paper trading the recommendations that I provide. This will give you a real-world chance to judge for yourself and realize that this system is not only legitimate, but very profitable. So you don't have to say yes right now. You can just say, I'll give it a try, and avoid being left out. You can wind up making your final decision in 90 days. Given my continuing commitment to providing exceptional customer service worthy of our name, I will add only so many new members, and once I arrive at this number, this special offer will be closed. Obviously, the choice is entirely yours, but to keep our conversation going, I highly recommend that you acquire all the remaining details of this offer. And you can do that simply by clicking the Partner With Me button, and all the details will be on that page, and you are not in any way required to go any further if you don't want to. I promise you that, okay? Another question. How can I get help if I have any questions or if I'm unsure of anything? Good question. And of course, it's real easy to get help whenever you need it. You'll not only have access to our 24/7 email support ticket system, but you'll also have our support phone number you can call anytime during regular business hours. I'm also going to give you my personal cell number. Now, who else does that? Okay, now look, my goal is to provide you with the absolute best customer service in the industry. This way, you'll be able to ask any questions that you might have regarding your trade recommendations and get the help you need so you can succeed. This is one of the reasons why I'm limiting this offer to a limited amount of traders and investors like you, because I want members of my Extreme Option Profits to experience the absolute best world-class service and support that you deserve. So, don't wait until it's too late. Simply click the Partner With Me button and get started today. All right, next question. When will I get my first set of trades, and when would I be able to access the members area with all my materials? Good question. A few moments after you decide to partner with me, you'll be provided a password that you can use to access the Extreme Option Profits website. You will then be able to see all the recommendations and have complete access to all the materials. You will then be on the list to receive the trade recommendations via text and email. I would say on average you'll receive at least 2 to 3 new trade recommendations each week. Now, of course, you can choose to trade as many or as few trades that I issue, and this of course needs to fit your level of comfort. Just click the Partner With Me button to get started, okay? Next question. I'm assuming your ordering process is secure and safe for me to use. Yes, absolutely. I wouldn't have it any other way for you. It's not only safe, but it's 1000% secure and fast. To protect your data and prevent any breach of security throughout the entire order and fulfillment processes, we use industry standard encryption technology. Now look, I've been in business since 1994, and I've had well over 45,000 students who have basically ordered with me in the exact same secure and safe way, so there's no worries. Now, once you decide to click Partner With Me, you will have plenty of time to review everything before your order is processed, if in fact you should decide to partner with me, which of course I hope you do. Alright, so there you have it, the most commonly asked questions. And once my new member limit is hit, that will be the end of this special invitation to enjoy all the wealth building benefits it offers. Heck, it's less than a fancy cup of coffee a day. So, please put your doubts aside and do the one thing that can help change your life. Click the Partner With Me button right now. Alright? And secure your financial future today with consistent income like clockwork. Again, this is Todd Mitchell, and I want to thank you for joining me today. And I truly hope you got a lot of useful, and most importantly, actionable trading information out of today's training. Because there's no doubt my Extreme Option Profits is a system of trading that will help change your entire life. It's an extraordinarily effective way to trade. And the fact that you've taken the time to watch this presentation tells me that you're serious about securing a bright financial future for you and your family. And it also demonstrates your commitment. And commitment is all that this takes to succeed in what I showed you here today. So I wish you lots of success in your trading, and I truly hope to see you inside where you'll be able to partner with me. Bye for now, and see you on the other side.